and emotionally, be where your feet are. That's the number one indicator that you're in the wrong environment. If you can't be there physically, mentally, and spiritually, then you're in the wrong environment. Be where your feet are. I got you. I got you. I got you. So I need this, coach. I'm all ears. I got you. I promise you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Since we don't have a lot of time, let's get into it. I know that there's going to be a different crowd, right, for this nighttime crowd. And so it's so important. I just want to do a quick recap, just run through some things that are just, so important with respect to awareness. Things that you just have to know, and things that if you don't know will block you from being able to become the most powerful version of yourself. So I just want to run through some quick things real quick. Number one, stop adding a story to reality. That's number one. Stop adding a story to reality. That's what's hurting you. Reality is not hurting you. The relationship is not hurting you. The people that hate on you in the comment section on social media are not hurting you. The person, that negative criticism that person gave you is not hurting you. Nothing is hurting you except for the story that you create in your mind that you project onto reality. All of your pain, all of your suffering, and I'm talking about emotional and psychological pain and suffering, all of your emotional and psychological suffering is not coming from anything outside of you. It's coming from the stories that you create in your mind about what's happening outside of you. And it's so important that you understand that. The moment that you eliminate the story, you eliminate the problem. The moment that you eliminate the story, you eliminate the negative emotions. No, you can't. It's humanly impossible for you to experience a negative emotion without first adding a story about the situation. Humanly impossible. So what's hurting you is not your current circumstances. What's hurting you is not reality. What's hurting you is not God. What's hurting you is not your significant other. It's the story that you create in your mind about what's happening in your life. You are a master storyteller and you don't even realize it. You've been telling stories since you could speak. It's important that you understand that. And what I'm going to teach you guys is how to master the ability to only tell stories that empower you. Stop telling stories that hurt you. Reality doesn't need you to be the narrator. It needs you to be the witness. And then it needs you to take action. Not to tell a story about. Because the same amount of energy that you were using to create the story is the same amount of energy that you could have taken action to remove the thing that from your life that you were telling the story about to begin with. I don't tell stories. I take action. Big difference. There's nothing to tell a story about. There's either something in your life that's adding value to you, or there's something in your life that's taking value away from you. Become a master at removing every single thing from your life that no longer serves you. Become the master of that. Not the master of the relationship, not just the master of what you do at work, not the master of knowing what's going on in everyone else's life. Become a master at removing everything from your life that no longer adds value to you. And watch how your life changes. I've got my black belt in that. Get your black belt in that right there. What hurts us is that we allow things to remain connected to us that no longer adds value to us. That's what's hurting you. That could be a thought. That could be some experience. That could be some person. That could be some situation. There's something connected to you that no longer serves you, no longer adds value to you, and you won't remove the thing. And because you won't remove the thing, your mind is giving meaning to that. When it gives meaning to that, it creates the emotion in that moment, not the thing. The thing doesn't have the power to hurt you. No thing has the power to hurt you. No person in the history of your life has ever upset you. No person in the history of your life has ever disrespected you. Oh, we're not going to live in the truth? We're not going to live in the truth. We got to turn the awareness up. I said no person in the history of, I said history. No person in the history of your life has ever upset you. Not one time. No person in the history of your life has ever disrespected you. What's disrespecting you is the story that you create in that moment about what they said. The meaning that you attached to what they said is what disrespected you, not what they said, not the person. They don't have the power to do that. Nothing outside of you has the power to do anything. You give everything power. When you don't understand how powerful you are, you give your power away. That's what's hurting you, is the fact that you're giving the power away, not the person. The person doesn't have the power to hurt you. What the person is doing is projecting something that they're in possession of. We're not going to look. You don't see that? When the person disrespects you, what they're doing in that moment is they're projecting their pain onto you in that moment. You opened the letter. What did you open the mail for? The letter was never addressed to you. They were in possession of something in that moment, and they projected that onto you. They gave you something that they were in possession of in that moment. They had nothing to do with you. What did you open the mail for? Oh, coach, they disrespected me. How? Because they gave you something that they were in possession of in that moment, and that was disrespectful to you. How did you didn't have anything to do with that. You didn't create the problem in that person. You don't have the power to create the problem in that person. They only tried to give you something that they didn't want themselves, and you took it. You don't see that? Do you not see that? Come on. That part right there. Every conflict is self-conflict. I can only give you what I'm in possession of myself. I can't give you anything that I'm not in possession of. So if I'm not giving love to you, that means that anger is in me. If I'm not giving love to you, that means unhappiness is in me. And I want to get rid of it. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to project that onto you. And then you react to it. What you react to, you become. So now you just become a reflection of something that was only in me in that moment. Had nothing to do with you. Oh, but I'm going to tell you what's hurting you. What's hurting you is your ego. It was your ego that caused you to jump out there and open the letter that wasn't addressed to you. That's why self-awareness is death of the personal ego. You got to get rid of your ego, because your ego is causing too many problems in your life. Three things that are happening at all times. You're the coldest thing walking. Three things that are happening at all times. I won't even be there, and I'm going to tell you how it's going to go. The first thing that's going to happen is the experience. That's the first thing that's going to happen. The second thing that's going to happen is your awareness of the experience. This is where most people lose it. The third thing that's going to happen is the story that you're getting ready to create about the experience. It happens to you so quickly that you're not even aware that it's going on. You have the experience. Here you go. You walk up, you have the experience. And then there's your awareness of the experience. The awareness of the experience is really where you are supposed to slow down, because that's when your intuition is speaking to you. That's when the emotions are speaking to you. That's when your feelings are speaking to you. But we're not listening because you're too busy allowing your ego to drive the car to who you are. And so your ego is making decisions in that moment, and you're just reacting to life versus being the witness. You don't need to react to anything. Life is like a movie. Look at your life that way. When you go to the movie theater, what do? You sit back and you watch the characters play out on the screen. That's exactly what you do with your life. Everyone in your life is only a character, and they are the character that you assigned. You're the director. You don't see that? Your life is only a movie. You are the director. You are the producer. You are the director. The talent agent, you are all of it. And every single person is only playing the role that you assign. There's not a single person in your life that can be there without you signing off on it. Tell me how. Tell me how one person can be in your life right now without you signing off on it. So if that person is abusing you, you signing off on it. If they're disrespecting you, you signing off on it. If they're not giving you everything you want, need, and desire, you are signing off on what you don't want. Make it make sense to me. Just make it make sense. You got to see, man. Your life is only, it plays out like a movie. No different. You watch, you witness, and then you remove. You become a master at removing what's no longer serving you. That's it. That's all you got to do. Life is not a math problem. It's not complicated. What's complicated is your programming and conditioning because you want things to be the way you want them to be. And any time that something is out of alignment with what you think should be, you punish yourself in that moment by releasing all of these negative feelings based upon your reaction to what's happening in your life. Man, you got to become the master. That's what this is all about. This is self-mastery here. You don't have time to be reacting. The person doesn't deserve your energy. Why would you give someone your energy? Why would you become a reflection of what they are in that moment? That makes no sense. You are unconditional love. You are God's best and highest creation. You react to nothing. Doesn't deserve your reaction. It's like when you walked up, when you go to the zoo, think about what I'm saying. When you go to the zoo, oh, that lion sitting there, oh, he a bad boy. Every person at the zoo in that moment is trying to get the lion's attention. The lion is like, I'm gonna look in your way so you can take a picture of me. I don't have time for you. He's minding his own business. He doesn't have time for you. He doesn't react to your commands. He reacts to what he wants to. Full control of the moment. He's in full control of the moment. We sit here, hey, look, hey, lion. We're sitting here doing all of these things, trying to get the lion's attention. The lion is like, take a picture if you want to take a picture. Minding his own business in the moment. No reaction. That's you. What are you reacting for? You are not supposed to hold on to anything that doesn't serve you, period. That's it right there. I can end the live on that one right there. You are not supposed to hold on to anything that doesn't serve you. That goes for people, places, and things. Bottom line. And if you choose to hold on to something that you know is no longer adding value to you, I want you to understand in that moment what you are signaling to God, what you are signaling to the world is that this person is more important to me than I am to me. Make that make sense. Make it make sense. I said you are not supposed to hold on to anything that doesn't serve you. If you are holding on to something and you know with a straight face that this thing is not serving you, that this thing is no longer adding value to you, that this thing has hit its expiration date and you've implemented hope into the relationship, you're living out of the story that you created in your mind about who you hope this person becomes. And see, listen to me. People don't want a cure. Because a cure is too painful. What people want is a remedy. See, the cure is walking away from what no longer adds value to you. The cure is walking away from what's disrespecting you. The cure is walking away from anything that doesn't give you what you want, need, and desire. That's the cure. You ain't even got to talk. Doesn't cost any money to do that. But the remedy is different than the cure. The remedy is, coach, give me back my life. Coach, give me back my reputation. Coach, make this person love me again. Get them to see me again. Get them to value me again. What you're looking for is someone to come into your life and get that person that's no longer adding value to your life to see you again, and they won't. And that's a reality that you're not willing to deal with right now. So you hang on to the person and you've implemented hope as your strategy. You hope they come back around. You hope they start loving you again. You hope they value and appreciate and see you again. But the version of them that they were in the beginning is not the version of them that you have access to right now. They won't. But you don't understand that. So what you're looking for is not a cure, because if you were living in the reality and the truth of your situation, you would clearly see that this person can never, they're operating at full capacity. See, people see you how they need you. And that's a reality that you're not willing to deal with right now. The number one indicator, I said number one, the number one indicator for how a person sees you is all predicated on how they treat you. That's the number one indicator. You don't have to look at anything right now. If you're looking at your life, look at how you are being treated by your partner. It's the only thing you need to pay attention to. That's the number one indicator for how a person really sees and values you, is the way that they are treating you. If you're going off the way that you're being treated, then you're living in the reality of the moment. If you're going off of some story that you hope they come back around because you don't want to deal with the pain of that, that's where all of your suffering is coming from. That's the number one indicator. Been doing this for 2 decades. Self-awareness told me that. It's the number one indicator. It's the number one indicator. You just have to live in the truth of what's happening with your situation. You have to live in the truth of what's happening with your situation. That's number one. Number two, you have to understand that all relationships have an expiration date on them, right? And so sometimes the expiration date is up on the relationship. And when the expiration date is up on that relationship, there's really nothing for that. There's nowhere else to go with that. And we're not ready. Sometimes the expiration date comes before you're ready to let go of the relationship. And that's what creates the suffering, because you're not ready to let go. The person is ready to let go, but you're not ready to let go. That's what causes us to suffer. But see, if I love me, right? This is the most important thing. If I love me, then I'm not missing anything when the person walks away. I only feel like I'm missing something if I'm not loving me in that moment. If I'm loving me and that person leaves, why? Because I'm not operating because I'm not operating out of my self-awareness. And when you're not tapped into self-awareness, you think when the person leaves that when they walk out of your life, that love is gone too. You in your mind, you think that all of the love is gone, everything is gone in that moment, and we don't understand that you're never experiencing anyone else's anything. Who doesn't understand that? I know I'm new on this platform as far as nighttime. Is there anyone that doesn't understand that you're never experiencing anyone else's anything? Okay, she says, I don't. I got you. I know some of you guys I'm just now getting back on my nighttime game, so that's okay if you guys don't understand. I hear you, Vivid. Okay. Let me tell you how powerful you are. Baddest thing walking. Baddest thing walking off on a level that you can't even understand. But we're gonna get there. Let me tell you how it is. Let me start with trust. That's a great place to start. Type me in the comments right now if you are new. Type me in the comments right now if this is your first time on a live with me. Type me. Let me see how many me's I have. Don't type me if you're not new. Ooh, a lot of me's, 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 a lot of me's. A lot of me's, a lot of me's. Look at my brother Muhammad. Okay, a lot of me's. Okay, so to all of the me's, do you trust other people? I just want the people that said me, because this is important for the paradigm shift here. For all of the people that said me, do you trust other people? Have you ever trusted other people? Okay. Don't speak from the current perspective. Just have you ever trusted other people? And maybe somebody did something to you, right? And for whatever the reason, it caused you not to trust anymore, right? Okay. Here comes the paradigm shift. Here comes the paradigm shift. Because I can't get to love until I get to trust first. Here comes the paradigm shift. You have never, in the history of your life, trusted anyone. Would it shock you if I were to tell you that? I'm going to qualify what I'm saying. But would it shock you if I were not only to tell you that, but to qualify it? You have never, in the history of your life, I say whole history, trusted anyone, ever. No percentage. Now let me give it to you. Again, it's important for the paradigm shift. Not even the trust that you build. It's nothing's being built. Nothing's being built. There is no building. You don't understand that you're only experiencing you in life. That's the problem. You don't understand. You're not even trusting Jesus. You're not trusting anyone. Everything is coming from you, and you don't understand that. That's the whole, you're the divine. You don't understand that? You are the divine. What are you talking about? You are source energy. It doesn't get any higher than you. Ever. But let me say this to you. What you trust was your hopeful expectations of that person. What you trust is your beliefs about that person. What you trust was the idea that you created in your mind about who you thought they were. What you trust is what you were projecting onto them. You never trusted the person. You trust your own ideas about them. You trust your expectations about them. You trust your own beliefs about them. You are only experiencing yourself in life. You never experience anything outside of you. It's critically important that you understand that. You never, all caps, experience anything outside of you. Now watch this. Let me qualify it. For anybody that's on the fence, let me qualify it. Why'd you stop trusting them? Watch this. Why'd you stop? Let me tell you why you stopped. You stopped trusting them because your expectations had been shattered. You stopped trusting them because your beliefs about them had changed. You stopped trusting them because your idea of who you thought they were met with reality, and what you saw in reality didn't match the story that you created in your mind, and you reeled your own trust back in. I said the baddest thing walking is you. I said the baddest thing walking is you, period. Who caught the paradigm shift? Live in the truth right now. Who caught the paradigm shift? Give me my flowers if I gave it to you. Just give me my little flowers. You ain't got to give me roses. You can give me a little dandelion, some sunflower seeds or something. Give me something. I appreciate the gifts, you guys. Thank you. Look at Monica. Look at got my Monica on here with me. So again, you're only in life. It's so beautiful. This is the way that God designed us. It's the most. So now that you understand trust, now that you understand how trust works, now you can understand the love part, right? Because if I don't take you through the trust avenue, you'll never understand the love. What happens to you is you add someone to your life. And when you add this new person to your life, you create a version of them that lives in your mind. And when you create the version of them that lives in your mind, you fall in love with the version of them that lives in your mind. You fall in love with the story that you create about this person. That's what you fall in love with. And then let me tell you what happens. That person starts acting a certain way. They start behaving a certain way. Maybe they open doors. Maybe they cook a meal for you. They show up for you. They do certain things for you. What happens then, coach? You attach meaning to that. When you attach meaning to that, it gives you permission to unlock what was already in you. What you're experiencing in that moment is your own love, not theirs. They're experiencing their own love through you, and you're experiencing your own love through them. Okay, so you are experiencing you in the relationship. The relationship is not about finding someone to complete you. The relationship is about self-discovery. You're discovering more of who you are. You're unlocking more of who you are through them. And I give this example all of the time. If you think about the movie Castaway, right? With Tom Hanks, right? Where he's falls in love with the volleyball Wilson, right? And he's attaching meaning. And the meaning that he attaches to that volleyball gives him the ability to unlock love, which keeps him alive, right? Which gives him some companion to walk through life with, so that he can survive in that moment. But the point not to be missed is that when you add people to your life, I don't care who you add. What you're doing is you're giving meaning to that person being in your life. You create a storyline about that because everything is happening here. Your friends live here. Your family lives here. Your neighbors live here. Everything is happening here and you're projecting out. Why? Because you are not disconnected from the universe. You are the universe. I need you to understand that you are life. You give meaning to life. You give meaning to everything. And when you give meaning to something, you unlock what's already in you. Everything is already in you. So you don't have the ability to experience my love. Only I do. But you can attach meaning to something that I'm doing in your life. And that's what will make you feel certain things about me. That's what will make you give you the ability to unlock something that was in you in that moment. I need you to understand that it's not coming from the person. But here's the problem. When you're not tapped into self-awareness, you think it is coming from the person. That's what creates the attachment. What creates the attachment is that you think that you were experiencing their love, not yours. So when they walked out of your life, in your mind, there goes the love, there goes the happiness, there goes the joy, but you were never experiencing anything from them. You were only experiencing more of you. You are the best love story ever created. You are God's walking, talking love story. You are the best. No movie has ever been created that's more powerful than the love story that you are, and you don't realize it. You're giving all of your power away thinking that you're experiencing everything else's love. The moment that you attack, why? Because the secret to life is meaning and emotion. That's the secret to life, meaning and emotion. Nothing is more powerful than that because you can't experience life without those two things. You have to first give meaning to something. When you give meaning to something, it unlocks the emotion. You're giving meaning to everything all day long, which is why your emotions are always all over the place until you master your mind. The moment that you master your mind, you master meaning. When you master meaning, I master my emotion. When I master my emotion, nothing can hurt me at that point in time, but nothing ever could hurt you because everything is coming from you. You're the baddest thing on the planet. Coldest thing walking. You are a walking, talking love story. You are never experiencing someone else's love. You're experiencing your own. When you attach meaning to their behavior, when you attach meaning to the way they kiss you, when you attach meaning to the way they touch you, when you attach meaning to the intimacy that you share, you're attaching meaning to all of that. And then you're unlocking something that was already inside of you. It's not coming from them. It's coming from the meaning that you attach to what they do for you, to the way they touch you, to the way they cook for you, to the way they open the door for you, to the way they show up for you, to the way they believe in you, or to the way they disrespect you. Depending upon whatever their behavior is, you're unlocking the emotion attached to that particular behavior because of the meaning that you apply to it. That's what I need you to understand. It's all coming from you. You're only experiencing you in life. You're never experiencing anything outside of you because you are the divine experiencing itself. And no one's ever told you that. Coach, what's the purpose of life? What's the meaning of life? You are the meaning. What are we talking about? You are the meaning of life. You give life meaning. Baddest thing walking is you. Think about that for a moment. Think about what I'm saying for a moment. Just think about that. Think about what I'm saying. Somebody said they're confused. Tell me how you're confused. I don't want to leave anyone confused. Let me slow down for a little bit. That part is really true, believe it or not. Somebody said that they were confused. Tell me how you're confused. I love confused. Confused is a beautiful place. Confused is a beautiful place. I got you, Kels. Can you pin that up there for me, Kels? Can you pin that for me, please? Okay. Let me see how I can break this down for you. When someone does something or they say something to you, you attach meaning to that. Okay, I think the first thing that let me take it back a step. The first thing that you have to understand is that, again, the secret to life is meaning and emotion. Meaning unlocks emotion. The moment that you attach meaning to anything, you unlock the emotion, not the person, not your circumstances, not the environment, just the meaning that you attach to it. You are a meaning-making machine. You do that better than anything. Whether you're doing it consciously or unconsciously, you are doing it at every waking moment. Okay, that's important to understand. So if I say something to you, if I do something to you, whether it was something positive or something negative, you're giving meaning to that. And what's important for us to understand is that you are so powerful. God made us to be so powerful. This is where I was getting ready to go with that earlier point. God made us to be so powerful that he gave you the ability to give meaning to life itself. There's nothing more powerful than life itself. Think about what I'm saying. God loved you so much that he gave you the ability to give meaning to life itself, which means that you can control whatever your emotional experience is. You create the depression based upon the meaning that you give that particular situation. You create the fear based upon the meaning that you give to that particular situation. You create the worry. You create the stress. You create the imposter syndrome. You create everything. That's what I need you to understand. Nothing outside of you has the power to create or produce a single negative emotion in you. Not one thing. not the death of your loved one, not that person that walked out of your life, not that job that didn't give you the promotion, not the person that would cut you off in traffic. Nothing outside of you has the power to produce a single negative feeling or emotion in you. Tell me why. Why do you think that is? This is an important question. Let me see where your awareness is. Let me see how self-aware you are. Somebody said, what was that question about how do you turn off something, Kels? What was that question? Why would you want to do that? Cat lover, why would you ever want to do that? Why would you ever want to do that? Why would you ever want to do that? Okay, you said, so I'm not sad. But here's the thing that I need you to understand, cat lover. Here's the thing that I need you to understand. Let me share something with you guys real quick. Let me share something with you guys. We talked about this. It's the meaning that you're giving to what's happening in your reality that's making you sad. Reality doesn't have the power to make you sad. What you need in this moment is to join my community, number one, so that I can help you to become self-aware and I can help you to master your mindset. That's number one. To join my community. That's the number one thing that I would do if I were you. That's number one. Number two, so that way I can coach you and I can teach you how to not look at it that way, because again, reality is neutral. Everything outside of you is neutral. So when you attach meaning to that particular situation, in other words, you're making yourself sad. Reality isn't making you sad. Life isn't making you sad. Your circumstances aren't making you sad. The meaning that you attach to it, but you're saying, coach, I can't control the meaning that I'm giving the thing. I get you on that. So that's why I'm saying it's crucial that you join my community. I'm so serious when I say that. But let me share something with you guys real quick. Let me share something with you real quick. There's no such thing as a good or bad emotion. It's important that you understand that, cat lover. There's no such thing as a good or bad emotion. There are only good or bad reactions to an emotion. There are only good or bad reactions to an emotion. So there's no such thing as a good or bad emotion. Why? Because good or bad exists in your mind. It doesn't exist in reality. Good or bad doesn't live outside of you. It lives here in your mind. So you're the one saying that something is good or you're saying something is bad, but the meaning is coming from you, right? It's the meaning that you attach to the emotion that determines whether or not it's good or bad. The emotion itself is trying to keep you in. See, now your question was, how do you turn off the emotion? That part right there, I love that. The question was this. She asked, how do you turn off the emotion, right? The emotion itself is trying to keep you in alignment with your divine essence. How could it possibly be bad? The emotion itself is trying to keep you in alignment with reality. How can it possibly be bad? The emotion itself is designed to keep you in alignment with truth. How can it possibly be bad? So you have to understand that the emotion is your ally. It's not your enemy. Your lack of self-awareness and your lack of understanding as to why the emotion is showing up in your life to begin with is the problem. The problem is not the emotion. The problem is your failure to understand how the emotion showed up in your life to begin with. That's where the problem lives. That part right there. I like what you said. The emotion is a reflection of an internal reality being projected out onto reality. But more importantly than that, here's a way that you guys understand. Like when I'm doing my live streams in the morning, we're going fast because my students in the morning are all beasts. Like, right. So what I'm doing right now, because I don't often, in fact, I never go live at night on TikTok. I know there's so many people that if I go in like I normally go in the mornings, it's going to be over your head. You're not going to understand what's going on. But here's the point not to be missed. Here's the point not to be missed. This is the example that I always give. You are the sky. And every single emotion that's happening in your life is only a cloud in your sky. What's important to understand is that the emotion was generated by you. It was created by you. It was manifested by you in that moment. You are the one that attracted the emotion into your life. Why did you attract the emotion into your life? Because it was coming to let you know that you are out of alignment with the truth. You invited it. I need you guys to catch this. I need you to catch this. You are so powerful. I need you to catch this. Think about, let's say you have a favorite niece or nephew or little cousin, or maybe your daughter or your son, and they're riding a bike for the very first time riding a bike. Well, what do you put on the bike? You put training wheels on the bike. Why do you put training wheels on the bike? Because the training wheels are designed to keep that child upright. Because without the training wheels, the child might tip over and hurt themselves, right? Think about that. Okay, your emotions are the training wheels for your life. They're designed to keep you in alignment with truth. They're designed to keep you in alignment with God. They're designed to keep you in alignment with oneness. Without them, you would be obsessing over your past, or you would be focusing on the future or something like that. They're designed to keep you balanced. And so what you have to understand is that any time that they're showing up in your life, you don't focus on the emotion itself. The emotion is not the problem. What the emotion is trying to indicate to you in that moment is the problem. But oftentimes when we lack self-awareness, you're so busy thinking about the emotion and how you feel in that moment that you're not paying attention to something is in my life that no longer serves me. That's why the emotion is here. Something in my life is no longer adding value to me. That's why the emotion is here. I'm clinging to something. I won't let go of something. And that's why the emotion is here. It's not here for any other reason. It's here because you invited it there. The emotion wouldn't be there if you hadn't given negative meaning to something that's happening in your reality in that moment. That's what I need you to understand. So you are bringing, however it is you feel. If you're unhappy, you're creating it. If you're sad, you're creating it. You're creating it because there's something in your reality that you won't let go of that's no longer adding value to your life. And you are keeping that thing in your life. And because you are choosing to keep that thing in your life, the emotion keeps coming. And it's showing up in if you're sad right now, I'm not focused on the fact that you're sad. What I'm focused on is what's in your life that is no longer serving you, that you won't let go of. And when we find that, sad goes away immediately. What's in your life, whether that's some thought or some previous experience that you won't let go of, that's producing the depression. Once we remove that, then the depression is gone automatically. The depression is only a cloud. I'm not worried about the depression. I'm worried about what the depression is indicating to you. But when you don't understand your emotions, you're not even paying attention to what sent the depression. You're only paying attention to the fact that you're depressed. Does that make sense? You're paying attention to the wrong thing. It's like we talked about this morning. You know, when you are actually, hang on, let me there's a couple other things I want to cover real quick. Let me cover some other stuff real quick before I get there. Yeah, so again, okay, so but here's the whole thing though. Here's something that we got to understand. Here's something that we got to understand. It's probably more important than anything else that we talked about. Your job is not to be the reactor, but to be the witness of your life. That's what self-observation is, right? What makes you strong is knowing what makes you weak. That's what makes you strong. What makes you strong is not how much you can lift at the gym. What makes you strong is knowing what's currently making you weak. So when you look at your life, right? When you look at your life from a self-observation perspective, here's the number one thing that you got to ask yourself. What's no longer adding value to your life? And do you love yourself enough to remove the thing that's no longer adding value to you? It's just that simple. Like I said again, whatever that channel is, a life, God handed you the remote. So whatever is playing out on the screen of your life, you're the only one that can change that channel. No other person is holding the remote to your life except for you. I can't change the channel. Your neighbor can't change the channel. The therapist can't change the channel. No one can change the channel called your life except for you. And here's the thing. You don't have to watch what you're watching. But when you start creating all of these attachments to people, the attachment has you convinced that you can't let go of the person, that you can't be happy without the person, that this is the best that you're ever going to get. And that's what's hurting you, because that's not the truth. It's only a truth that you're living out of. And that's what the attachment is doing to you in that moment. Your job is not to focus on the fact that you're sad, or focus on the fact that you're unhappy, or focus on the fact that you're stressed out. Your job is to look past the emotion to see what's sending this particular cloud into my sky to begin with. Something is sending it. What's sending that depression cloud into your sky? What's sending the unhappiness cloud into your sky? Don't pay attention to the cloud itself, because the cloud is like the check engine light on your car. You don't get rid of your car because the check engine light came on. The check engine light is not the problem. The check engine light is letting you know that you're going to have a future problem if you don't take care of something underneath the hood. Focus on your life like that. What's sending the check? What's sending the check engine light to begin with? That's how you work, just like a car, right? And once that check engine light, your emotions are the check engine light. They're your allies, not your enemies. They're letting you know that there's something in your immediate environment that no longer serves you, no longer adds value to you. That's the only thing that you have to pay attention to. Again, when the check engine light in your car comes on, you don't say, oh, well, coach, I'm getting ready to go sell my car. Why are you selling your car? The check engine light's coming on. The check engine light is on your side. What are you getting rid of the car for? The car's fine. Right? You take it to the mechanic, let the mechanic do what he needs to do, and the check engine light did its job. That's what your emotions are doing. They're doing their job. There's something that no longer serves you that you need to let go of. And when you let go of the thing, the emotion goes away immediately. But if you don't love yourself enough to let go of what no longer serves you, the emotion is going to keep coming. I'm not focused on the fact, again, I'm not focused on the fact that you're sad. I'm focused on the fact that you won't let go of what's making you sad. That part right there, Karina. Again, you have to, first of all, you got to understand something else that you got to understand. I should have said this first. Your brain is designed to keep you alive. It's not concerned with helping you thrive. Your consciousness's job is to help you thrive. Your brain's job is to keep you alive. That's the only thing that it's concerned about. So when your brain is scanning the environment called your life, it's looking for anything that may be a threat to you. The moment that it looks at, when it scans the room called your life and it sees something that no longer adds value to you, it's going to release a negative emotion. Why is it releasing the negative emotion? Because it wants you to move away from the thing that no longer serves you. Whether you're hanging on to some previous thought, whether you're hanging on to some person, whether you're in some environment where you shouldn't be, whether you're allowing the wrong people to have access to you, your brain is a master at scanning the environment, looking for anything that's no longer adding value to you. And the moment that it locks in on something and it sees that this thing is no longer adding value to you, it's going to start to release negative feelings. It's releasing negative feelings because the negative feelings are designed to get you to take action, not to get you to start negotiating your worth, not to get you to try to beg this person to see you again, not to get you to try to get them to fall in love with you again, to get you to move. That's the thing, but you're not moving. And when you don't move, you continue to produce unhappiness and you continue to produce sadness and you continue to produce the depression because you're not moving forward. What life needs you to do, what God needs you to do, what reality needs you to do is take action. Stop negotiating your worth with your comfort zone. Stop negotiating your worth with people that don't have the ability to appreciate the value that you bring to the moment. That's the problem. That's all you have to do. You got to take action. Reality needs you to take action. You always have to be moving forward. Cars are designed to go in reverse, not you. Always taking action. Always moving forward. Always letting go of what's no longer serving you. And you be the most powerful version of yourself already. It needs you to take action. Stop. You're not a hostage negotiator. Stop negotiating with people. Take action. The moment that negative emotion comes, what it needs you to do in that moment is take action. Not to sit around thinking all day, because the thinking won't help you do anything. Why? Because your thinking is everything that you've already experienced. There's nothing to think about. You either take action or you don't in that moment, because your brain, once you start aligning, see, watch this. You're not in alignment with your brain. That's the problem. Oh, yes. I don't even know why I didn't say that. I'm actually disrespecting this whole live right now by not saying that. You are not in alignment with your mind. You are not in alignment with your emotions. You are not in alignment with your feelings. What are my feelings, coach? Your feelings are a reflection of your thoughts felt in your body. Your emotions are the indicators, letting you know anytime that you are outside of truth, letting you know anytime you are outside of reality. They serve two different functions. The moment that you get in alignment with your brain, you get in alignment with your feelings, you get in alignment with your emotions, and you understand that these things, these are systems that were created to keep me in alignment with the divine, to keep me in alignment with truth. So when they show up, I don't need to start thinking about what's happening outside of me. I need to take action and remove the thing from my life that's causing that thing, the emotion to show up to begin with. That's all you have to do. But we don't do that. We don't do that. Because going back to my original point, because we're not looking for a cure. You're looking for a remedy. So you start living out of your hope story. You start ignoring the red flags and hopes for green flags later. We start negotiating with our value, negotiating with our worth. And before you know it, you have learned how to live with your negative emotions. They become your roommates now. You've learned how to live with that pain. That's the real problem. If you were in alignment with your negative, if you were in alignment with your emotions and you really understood, oh, you'd be the coldest thing walking. You'd be the coldest thing walking. You would be the coldest thing on the planet. If you were in alignment, like the divine is, if you were in alignment with your emotions, in alignment with your feelings, in alignment with your brain, and understand that your brain has one job and one job only, and it is badass at what it does. It's looking at everything. It doesn't trust anything. See, that's what you need to understand. Your brain trusts no one. It don't give a damn about how cute that person is. It doesn't give a damn about how handsome he is. It doesn't care about how pretty she is. Your brain is like, I don't care about none of that. I'm worried about you. God sent me to protect you. That's it. I don't trust them. But you start living out of the story. You start, oh, well, let's give them a shot. Let's give them a chance. Let's give them this. Let's give them that. And then you end up getting hurt. Because you're not listening. Your brain is reading the atmosphere. Your emotions are reading the energy. Your feelings are reading, everything is reading the energy except for you. Because we're so busy. Why? Because we start living out of our desires. You desire the person. You want to experience the person. You sold yourself some story that you can change people. Oh, I can get that person. I can change them and they got potential. Potential is not something that... Boom! There it is. Oh, I've been disrespecting the whole life. There it is. I've been disrespecting the whole life. Like the truth, potential, you have never in your life seen someone else's potential, but to your programmed and conditioned mind, you think you have. So when you're looking at that person, you're saying they have potential. You have never in the history of your life seen someone else's potential. What you are seeing is your own potential projected onto them. Oh, no, coach, I do see people's potential. Let me qualify that. What you're doing when you're looking at that person is you're seeing everything that you would do if you were them. You're seeing all of the moves that you would make if you were them. So it's your own potential being projected onto them. That's what I need you to understand. You've never seen anyone else's potential. You have only seen your own. You're watching what you would do if you were them. Think about what I'm saying. There's been somebody in your life when you were sitting there having a conversation, like, why don't you just go back to school? They're like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. Why don't you go over here and start this? Oh, no, I don't want to do that. What? You're looking at what you would do if you were them. And you're projecting that onto them. You're always projecting you onto other people. You're always experiencing you through the mirrors of other people. I need you to understand that. You've never seen what someone else's potential. That's why people never live up to the potential. Because that potential didn't exist in them. It only existed in you. That's why people never live up to the potential that you saw in them. Think about what I'm saying. Think about what I'm saying. If you really look at it, you'll understand, you'll see what I'm saying. That's why self-awareness is so important. That's why it's so important. That's why it's so important. For that reason, stuff like that, reasons like that, for so many other reasons, a billion other reasons, but that's one of the main ones. We always think that we see other people's potential. You don't trust. It's not that you don't trust other people. You're experiencing your own trust projected onto them. It's not that you don't love. You're experiencing your own love projected onto them, right? It's not that you don't see other people's potential. You're seeing your own potential projected onto them. Everything is you being projected onto someone else. And when you lack self-awareness, you don't understand that. So you think that it's all coming from them, but everything is coming from you. You are the experience. I see you, Johnny. What's going on? You said how you see potential in yourself and then execute. Okay. Hang on, you guys. Join the community. So real quick, you guys, thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I'm just getting back into the flow. I haven't been on a nighttime live in, gosh, forever. This is my first evening live and it literally feels forever. But it's good to be back with you guys. I will be going live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Why am I going live? Because you're the baddest thing walking. You're the baddest thing walking, and it's so important that you understand that. That's my purpose. My purpose and my mission in life is to help you discover yours. My purpose and my mission in life is to help you see where your wings are. That's it. I don't build the wings. I didn't create the wings. I'm just going to help you see exactly where your wings are. And then I might sit there with you long enough to where you really understand how your wings work. And then you're going to take off and you're going to be the coldest thing walking. You're going to be the baddest thing in every single room, because respect is something that comes from you. We talk about this all the time. There's 3 things that you never ask a person for. You never ask them for respect. You never ask a person to love you. And you never ask a person for an apology. Why do you never ask for respect? Because respect comes from you. The moment that you start respecting you, the moment that you start choosing you, the rest of the world will choose you as well. Love, you never ask a person to love, right? Because again, when you become love, when you become unconditional love, which is what you are, everyone will start loving you. The whole purpose of life is for you to dance your dance. That's it. Get busy dancing your dance. What does that mean? Live in your truth. Because happiness is a state of non-illusion. There can be no illusions. There can be no falsehoods. There can be no stories created about what you think someone's potential is. Live in the truth of what's happening in your life. Because the most important day of your life is the day that you decide that you are good enough for you, exactly as you are in this moment, stretch marks and all, baby body and all, divorces and all. Love every single chapter of your book, because every single chapter of your book led you to this moment. See, the problem and what hurts us in life is that there are only certain chapters of our book that we like. And then there are certain chapters of the book that we reject. And the chapters of your life that you're rejecting are the ones that actually are helping you to become the most powerful version of yourself, because suffering leads to awareness. Right? It's not the beautiful chapters in life that are going to help you to become the most powerful version of yourself. It's everything that you have experienced, right? All of the suffering and the failed relationships and the trauma and the chaos and the drama that you dealt with. You've got to understand that God is the refiner of silver. That's what he is. He's the refiner of silver. What that means is that sometimes in life, right, we've got to go through certain things, and everything that you're going through and everything that you've gone through is knocked some layer of you off. There was some layer that got peeled away, and some layer that got peeled away, and some layer that got peeled away. Well, what's happening is that with all of those layers that's getting peeled away, it's going to reveal who you really are, because you're going to become desensitized with all relationships. You're going to become desensitized with people. You're going to stop putting people on these pedestals and all of that. You're going to start seeing through yourself, which is going to give you the ability to see through other people. You got to understand that the universe is not punishing you, it's building you. It's all PTG. You grow through what you go through in life. You've got to go through certain things. That's what wakes your spirit up. That's what wakes your eye up. That's what it's all about. You have to understand that your story, no matter how dark it may be, right, is the soil that your seed of greatness is planted in. So you don't ever reject the story. I don't care what your story entails. You never reject the story. Fall in love with every single chapter of your life, because it's what makes you beautiful. You don't have to explain things to people. Explanations are for Google. They're not for you. You don't have to explain your mistakes. You don't have to explain your failures. You don't have to explain all of the failed relationships, because one more time, all of those things, the combination of those things, it's what's going to transform you into the most powerful version of yourself. You don't become powerful by taking trips to Disneyland and going to the beach and backyard barbecues. You become powerful based upon everything that you've gone through. Why? Because when you become the most powerful version of yourself, you have to understand that you're going to become an energetic match for every single person that once used to be where you are, which means God is transforming you into the blessing. He's transforming you into the medicine. He's transforming you into the solution. He's transforming you into the answer. That's what you're going to be. You'll no longer be the problem in your life. You're only going to be the solution. But you won't just be the solution for you. You'll be the solution for every single person that you encounter. That's when you're going to be the coldest thing walking. So it won't matter where he sets you down. It won't matter who he adds to your life. You'll be able to help that person, because whatever they're struggling with in that moment is something that you have already overcome. You don't even see that. So all of the things that you're rejecting are things that you should be celebrating. Stand on your story. Don't stand in it. Standing in it means that you're suffering from it and you're focusing on it. No, we ain't got time for that. It's all weak energy. Stand on your story, not in it. Because it's all about you. This whole life, it's all about you. It's not about other people. It's not about the people that you add to your life, because the people that you add to your life is only helping you to unlock what was already in you. Okay, the asset is you. God's best and number one asset is you. Okay, and what he's transforming you into is the answer, the evidence, the medicine, the solution, the blessing, the prayers answered, all of those things. That's what's happening to you right now. So you become an asset for yourself, and you become an asset for him, period. Sam, thank you for that, my brother. Does that make sense? That's it. That's it. So don't run from the story. Stand on top of it. And here's the thing. I need you to understand this. You're already healed. Man, you got to catch this. You're already healed. I want you to think about a river for a moment. Just focus on what I'm saying. Slow down for a moment, just for a second, please. Give me a second. You're already healed. Think about a river. Let's say you're in this river, fast-moving river, and you're drowning. And in that moment, you're praying to God that he saves you. And so he comes and he pulls you out of the river and he sets you down on the riverbank. You've been sitting on the riverbank for hours. Your clothes are dry now, you're warm, you're safe. There's nothing wrong. But in that moment, you start reflecting on when you were in the river and you were drowning. And so you start praying to God again about, come save me, God, save me, save me, save me. But he's looking at you like, my child, you're already saved. I already pulled you out of the river. You're fine. You're just entertaining thoughts and reactivating a memory trace from when you were in the river. Okay, well, freeze that thought. That's exactly what's happening to you right now. The situation that you were in, you're no longer drowning in the river called your life. Okay, he's already pulled you out of that. You're already healed. What's making you hurt right now, what's creating the suffering is that you are reactivating a memory trace from a previous experience and you're projecting that onto the present moment. Your wounds do not exist in this moment. Your wounds exist in a previous moment, like the river. You're not in the river anymore. So you're praying to God to heal you and help you and all of these things. And he's looking at you like, I've already pulled you out of the water. You're fine. That's how you got here. So what he does is he sends people to me because my job is to wake you up to what's really happening, to help you to understand how you are using your mind, if your mind is your weakness or if it's your weapon. My job is to transform your mind into so that it's your weapon and no longer your weakness. And I will do that for you. I promise you. I'm arguably one of the best at that, right? The combination of us both will unlock a version of you that no one will be able to stop, but you got to be willing to put in the work. You have to love you enough to put in the work. That's the only thing that I require is that you bring desire, because desire is the one thing that I can't bring. I can't bring desire to your life. Only you can. But you're already healed. You are obsessing or thinking or clinging to some previous experience and you're projecting it onto the present moment. There is no other moment but this moment here, right? I need you to understand that. And so you're fine. Everything is fine. Do we got some work to do? Absolutely. Do I need you to roll up your sleeves? Absolutely. Do I need you to stop placing people on these pedestals and put yourself? Because if you're not the priority in your life, you'll never be the priority in someone else's. And if we don't heal all of the unhealed versions of you, what you're going to do is you're going to continue to attract from that perspective. You don't attract based upon who you think you are. You attract based upon who you believe you are and who in that version of you that you become when no one else is watching. The version of you that you are when you're not motivated. The version of you that you are when you're not loving yourself. That's what you're attracting from. And so every person that's coming into your life will be an energetic match to the unhealed version of you, not to the healed version of you. I need you to start loving yourself enough to where we build the healed version of you, the strongest version of you, the most powerful version of you, because that version of you you're already in possession of right now. We just got to do some work to unlock her. We just got to do some work to unlock him. That's the only thing we got to do. But that version of you already exists inside of you. It doesn't exist outside of you. You're already in possession of the most powerful version of you, right? What's going to unlock that version of you? Information. Why? Because information changes situations. Information changed my situation. Information will change all of the situations for my students. That's why we're all so tight. We're all so close. We're a tight-knit family because information changes the situation and it's going to change your situation as well. You're fine. You're not broken. You don't need to be fixed. You need to be understood. The people around you don't understand you. So the only thing that they can do is project their limitations onto you. That's the problem. So we need to get you in a community with people that are going to see you, people that have a growth mindset, people that are moving the way that you want to move. That's the most important thing in life when you're starting that transformation is to be around the right people, right? All right. So we got work to do, but you're not broken. You don't need to be fixed. There's nothing wrong. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. All right, so this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. For those of you guys that are new, again, my name is Jordan Williams. I am a certified life coach. I specialize in self-awareness and self-mastery, just helping people to become the greatest, strongest, and most powerful versions of themselves. I have worked with probably every celebrity that you can mention, CEOs, executives, doctors, lawyers, you name it, PhDs, MDs, you name it, and then everyday regular moms and pops, just helping people to become the greatest and strongest version of themselves. I am also the best-selling author of this book, The Secret of Awareness, How Powerful Are You Ready to Be? If you don't have this book right now, you are disrespecting your library cabinet. But in all seriousness, I've created a community called Mindset Masters. And what Mindset Masters is if you've enjoyed this live, Mindset Masters is this live on steroids. Just imagine this live on steroids, okay? All of my live streams are archived inside of there. I've got a podcast that's available to you inside of there. I write every single day and post multiple times a day inside of the Mindset Masters community. You're going to get me as your life coach. You're going to get me as your accountability partner, and you're going to get me as your mentor. That's the only thing that you need. If you can bring the desire, I will bring everything else. And give us 60 days, give us 90 days of just going hard, of you putting in the work every single day and you staying locked in, and watch who you become on the other side. The community, so the entire community, like I said, again, is just a community of like-minded individuals. My students, some of my students, my formula is called motivational awareness. And what motivational awareness is where motivation, inspiration, self-awareness, and self-mastery all intersect. And there's something about this particular formula that's transforming people's lives all over the world. I've got hundreds of my students on this live right now, and they will all tell you that their lives have been transformed in ways that I can't articulate, to be honest with you. Some of you guys, do me a favor and just throw some comments in there real quick about how your life has been impacted through my coaching. And for anyone that's not a part of the Mindset Masters community, just read the comments and you'll see exactly what I'm saying. I got a ton of my students on here. But the community is going to change your life. The bottom line, the community is going to change your life. And the coaching is going to change your life. And then just having me as your mentor and as your life coach is going to change your life. Love Doctor, what's up, my brother? So good to see you. So here's the thing. The entire community is literally $1 a day. It's $1 a day. $29 a month, no contracts, no obligations. And if you get signed up today, you're going to get a free copy of my book, right? So you get signed up today, you're going to get a free copy of my book. It's going to come in ebook format. So what I need you to do is send me your first name, last name, and your email address once you get signed up, and then you'll have a book by morning. $29. Yeah, the best investment you're going to make, I promise you. I promise you, the best investment you're going to make for the rest of this year. If you want to get signed up, this is what you guys have to do. Type me in the comments if you are really, truly ready to take your life to the next level. Before you guys sign up for anything, because I need to tell you where to sign up. Type me in the comments if you guys are really, truly ready to take me on as your mentor and your life coach, and to learn everything that I teach. So this is the only thing you have to do. So just copy and paste the link. So what you want to do is you have to leave the live, right? You have to go outside of the live, go to the home page, and you're going to see a join now, right? On my home page, you're going to see join now. There's a link underneath where it says join now. Click that link. It's going to take you to the sign up page, and then you're ready to go. And then you're going to get a free, like I said again, you're going to get a free copy of the book. You'll have it by morning. And then you guys are going to be locked in. The community is amazing. All of my live streams are stored there. There's at least 100 live streams alone just inside of the community. The podcast is inside of the community. I write all the time inside of the community. It's amazing. It's powerful. It's the fastest growing community on social media. Yeah, and it doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter what country you live in. Just hold that link down, you guys. Copy and paste that link. Hold that link down, put it in your browser, and then it will take you directly to the sign up page. It's going to take you like 60 seconds, and then you guys will be locked in. And then we're going to get started, right? And then, like I said again, send me your first name, last name. Yeah, ebook. No. Message me once you get inside of the community. Please don't send me a message on TikTok. Once you're inside of the community, just say, hey, coach, I was just with you on a live. Give me your first name, last name, and your email address, and then the book. You'll have the book by morning. When you wake up in the morning, you'll have it. Check your spam folder too. When you wake up in the morning, check your spam folder because sometimes the book will go in there because of the size. Absolutely, Queen. Absolutely, Queen Bee. Any questions regarding the community? Again, so you got to step outside of the live. Go to work on my homepage where it says join now. Click that link. It'll take you to the sign in page. Do not try to do it from inside of the live because it will not allow you to do it. Because TikTok has a subscription here and I don't want people to get signed up to the one that goes on here. So please do not try to sign up inside of the community. Any questions regarding the community before I disconnect on this call? On this live. Oh, thank you, Monica. Thank you. I can't wait for us to all do our go live, bring the team on and go live here. It's going to be great. But yeah. Oh, awesome, Richard. Awesome, Richard. Hey, what's up, Seb? So good to see you. Seb, man, I'm sending out the APB, Seb. I'm sending out the APB, man. I'm coming to find you. Thank you, guys. I didn't go as hard. Like I said, again, I was really, my team will tell you, and my students will tell you, like I didn't go as hard as I could have because I know so many people. It's new for a lot of people. And I kind of wanted to meet people where they are versus, because my morning lives are like, we're going 100 miles an hour. Because I only get an hour with you guys. So I always want to make sure that I'm breaking things down and everything like that. But yeah, it's great. And like I said, again, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, from this moment moving forward, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7 p.m. Central Time. Write that down. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you guys will see me 7 p.m. Central Time. Or you can join me in the mornings. I go Monday through Friday in the mornings. 9 a.m. Central Time in the mornings. Love, you always there. I ain't worried about you. Snooky, I'm not worried about you. Kels, I'm not worried about you. Nicole, I'm not worried about you. Stacy, Neffy, we need the shadow box. Because you become a little bit too powerful. I need to check your temperature real quick. Hey, what's up, Valerie? So good to see you. But D, we need a shadow box. I need a shadow box with D. I need a shadow box with Neffy. I need a shadow box with Tara. I need a shadow box with Vanny. I need a shadow box with Kels. My students are powerful. They're getting a little too good. I might have to take my little foot off the gas pedal a little bit. You said D said I'm driving home now. I know that's right. But any other questions before I disconnect, you guys? Any other questions before I disconnect? Hey, what's up, Michelle? So good to see you. Stacy, I need to shadow box with you. But these guys are family. They've been rocking out with me for so long. They are my students that are quickly becoming masters. And that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Yep, this is live. It's live. We are live. We are live. We are live. I do, Tammy. I've got so much stuff lined up as far as events and stuff like that. But yes, short answer to your question. Yep, this is my main page. And you guys be careful because there's so many fake accounts set up that people that pretend to be me. So just no particular age because we keep it all PG with self-awareness. It's all PG, so no particular age. Yes. Once you're signed up inside of the community, just send me a direct message. Hey, coach, I just saw you. We were on the live. Send me your email address, and you will have it by morning. By morning, you will be locked in But make sure don't send it to me here on TikTok. Send it to me once you guys are inside of the community. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, and I cover everything. Everything is mastery, right? Everything is mastery. Everything is mastery. Hey, what's up, Quana? So good to see you. Awesome. You said you're new here. Yeah, I'm glad. Thank you. I appreciate you guys joining me and spending some time with me. Like I said, again, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I promise you, in no time, you're going to become so powerful. Self-awareness there's nothing more powerful than that. It's not wisdom. It's not information. It's not knowledge. It's not any of that. It's spiritual intelligence at the highest level. It's the only thing that can unlock what's in you, so that you're living out of your I and not your me, and that's important. That's my only job, is to help you to get you where you're not living out of your me anymore. Your me is what's hurting you, not your I. Your me is your ego. Your me is your persona. Your me is your reputation. Your me is your body. Your me is the mask that we wear from time to time. That's your me. Your I is something completely different. Your I is the most powerful version of you. So once you start living out of your I, anytime that somebody hurts you or they offend you or they upset you, they didn't actually offend you. They offended your me. And people don't reject. You've never been rejected in your life. What people reject is what they think you are. No one has ever rejected you, because we don't see people. We only see 40% of who a person actually is. The other 60% we are all totally blind to. So no one has ever seen you. There's not a single human being on the face of this earth that has seen you, or that has rejected you. Only thing, I didn't mean to say person, but the only thing that has access to you is God. Nobody else has access to you. There's not a person on the world that's ever had access to you. Having access to your physical body is not having access to you. That's just access to the car that the spiritual being in you drives around in. Your me is not the boss. That part right there, Paulina. Absolutely. You get the book. The moment that you join, you get the book. As soon as you join, the book is going to come flying. But you got to send me you have to send me your email address, but inside the community. Don't send me a direct message here to TikTok. Send it to me inside of the community. Got it. You said, what's the difference between intuition and fear? Oh, major difference. Major difference. I don't even know if you could even, they're so, that's like the difference between the ocean and the desert. They're just two completely different. Do you know what fear is? To the person that asked that question, Alicia, do you know what fear? Do you know? Do you have any idea? And that's not a rhetorical question, but do you know what fear is? How can you feel what in your body? I don't know if I understand the question. I'm a little bit confused. I'm sorry. Somebody said it's just a feeling of uncertainty. That's close. I like that. I like that. Somebody said the unknown is fear. Is it? Is the unknown fear? Can you fear what you don't know? Is it? Think about it. Come on, Neffy. I know when one of my students is on here. Can you fear what you don't know? Where'd the young lady go that asked? Okay, so fear is a misuse of your imagination. That's all it is. Did you guys know that? Come on, babe. Yeah, fear is just a misuse of your imagination. That's all it is. That's it. So what happens? So here's what happens to you. Again, you give meaning to everything, so you're producing the fear. Let's start with that. The fear, first of all, you have to change your relationship with fear, because fear is not your enemy, it's your ally. Let me break that down. Let me break that down. Every single person on the face of this earth has what's known as your edge. What's your edge? Your edge is the boundary line to who you are. Your edge is the furthest that you have ever gone in a particular area of your life. Every single person has a different edge from you. It's so important that you understand that. Okay? And so anytime that you are standing at the boundary line of your edge, meaning that this is the furthest that you have ever gone in this particular direction, everything on the other side of that boundary line is uncertainty. Your brain's job is to try to predict outcomes. That's what produces the fear. Because anytime that your brain can't predict the outcome of a particular situation, it will send you a fear signal. What the fear signal is indicating to you in that moment is, hey, I don't know what's on the other side of this, so I can't keep you safe. So what I need you to do is I need you to get locked in. I need you to pay attention. I need you to focus. I need you to do your due diligence. That's what the fear is indicating to you in that moment, because your brain is the one that sent the fear signal. Why? Because your brain is a pattern matching machine. And anytime that it can't match the pattern of a particular situation, it's going to send you a fear signal. Now, here's what's important to understand. Everything on the opposite side of your comfort zone represents uncertainty. So because your brain doesn't know the pattern of this particular thing, because you've never done this thing before, so it doesn't know the pattern to this thing. And when it doesn't know the pattern to this thing, it sends you the fear signal. What the fear signal is telling you in that moment, when you understand it from a self-awareness perspective, is pay attention. Do your due diligence. Do your homework. Study. Focus on this particular situation. Don't be distracted by what happened in all of your yesterdays. Don't be distracted by what might happen tomorrow. Get locked in on the present moment. But when you don't understand that, because to your programmed mind, the fear is a sign for you to move away from the situation. The fear is a sign that maybe it's not a good idea. The fear is a sign that maybe this is something that you're not supposed to be doing. Because when you're not tapped into self-awareness, you're again, it's a misuse of your imagination. You're trying to project what you think might happen with respect to this particular situation. And that's what's producing the fear. One more time, reality doesn't need you to add a story. Reality needs you to be the witness. You don't need to add a story to what's happening. That's what's hurting you in that moment. But that's where all of the fear is coming from. Anytime that you are pushing the boundary line to your edge, one more time. This is why you never compete against people, because every single person has a different edge than you. Every single person on the planet has a different edge than you. And let me give you an example of your edge. If you can't read right now, that's your edge. If you don't know how to swim, that's your edge. If you don't know how to cook, that's your edge. And so you're always competing against your own edge. But everything on the opposite side of your edge represents uncertainty, right? And because it represents uncertainty and your brain cannot predict the outcome of that particular situation, which it loves to do. See, it can predict the outcome of everything that's in your comfort zone. That's why everything that's in your comfort zone doesn't produce fear. Why don't you experience fear when you wash the car? Why don't you experience fear when you walk the dog? Why don't you experience fear when you're cleaning your house? Because all of those things are inside of your comfort zone. Everything on the opposite side of your comfort zone, it represents uncertainty. And because your brain cannot predict the outcome of that particular situation, it gives you a fear signal. The fear signal is on your side. It's your ally in that moment. It's not your enemy. Does that make sense? Who caught that? Who understands what I'm saying right there? Fear is the best thing that's ever. Let me say this to you. Let me say this to you. Fear is better for you than every single person that you have ever called a friend, and most people don't understand that. Fear adds more value to your life than every single person that you have ever called a friend throughout the history of your life. And most people, and no one has ever told you that. Because what you got to understand about the fear is this. Fear is only connected to value. You experience fear because you value the thing. When you don't value something, there's no fear. Look at your life and you'll see what I'm saying. The only time you experience fear is when you place value on something, that promotion that you want at your job, right? You experience the imposter syndrome. You experience the fear because you really want it. Somebody walks up to you with a gun. Why do you experience fear? Because you value your life. Somebody trying to do this or that. Why do you experience the fear? Because you value the thing. Fear only shows up when there's value there. So the fear is letting you know, hey, you value this thing. That's what it's there to let you know. Oh, come on, man. You got to turn the awareness up. You got to turn the awareness up. Baddest thing walking is you. Everything that fear is only attached to value. If you don't value the thing, you will never experience fear. So here's the thing. Here's the thing that we have to understand. Something that's major that you got to understand. You have an attachment to outcomes. That's what's producing the fear. There's some outcome that you're focused on. There's some outcome. There's something that you really want in the future. And so anytime that you have an attachment to a particular outcome, you're going to experience fear in that moment. Your job is not to focus on the outcome of the situation. Your job is to show up as the most badass version of you. And whatever the outcome is, the outcome just is. Instead of you wasting all of that energy trying to focus on what the outcome might be, focus all of your energy on showing up as the most amazing version of you and then live with whatever the results are. But see, we don't walk through life that way. You're so busy trying to protect the situation and you're thinking about the situation that you're not focused on showing up and being the most amazing version of you, showing up and being the most prepared version of you, showing up and being the most informed version of you. That's where your energy should be, not on what you think might happen, but on what's going to happen. I'm going to make I'm going to create my reality based upon what I build in this moment. Does that make sense? So one more time, every single person on this live right now has an edge, okay? So what you're competing against is your own edge. Every single day when you wake up, you are competing against your own edge, not someone else's edge, because that's wasted energy. You're competing against your own edge. And what you're trying to do every single day is push the boundary line further and further and further away from you with respect to your edge. Your edge might be the fact that you can't cook right now. Your edge might be the fact that you're not a master reader right now. Your edge might be the fact that you don't like public speaking. That's your edge. So anytime that you are encountering your edge, everything on the other side of your edge represents uncertainty. So your brain will send you the fear signal. When it sends you that fear signal, the only thing that the fear signal is letting you know in that moment is focus on what you are doing because you value this thing. But because you've been listening to society and what everybody else is telling you what fear is, you start shrinking in the moment. Now that's when you go hard. The moment that I experience fear, I know I'm getting ready to grow. I'm getting ready to transform. I'm getting ready to become something greater than I am in this moment, because everything chase fear. That's what you chase, because everything that's connected to fear represents value. If it's not making you afraid, there's no value there. If you're not experiencing discomfort or you're not experiencing fear, you're not chasing anything that has any real value to it.